You and your mentor meant to say every must be very trusting about my work, his work to say about how nearly 8 years I don't.
After working like last 15 years in IT field, this is what I realized. What is IT? Yeah.
Sure,
Make it happen.
thank you.
So let's give a big hand to the student leaders to bring the training to you. Why don't you give a big hand to them?
How to agree with a building rapport with a mentor, someone you haven't met before. It's a long process, right? Sometimes it's kind of daunting for people to get started, they don't get used to it. But like you mentioned, need to be able to find a common ground among each other. Make sure you are really happy and enjoy the fact that you are in this mentoring relationship, and it doesn't need to be about. Obviously, we talk about careers and how you can build career in the future, but doing rapport also get to know each other and really understand what's your aspiration, what you like, and what's your hobbies. Really get to find that common ground to be able to build rapport. So thank you so much for sharing that. The next question I think Mr. Masuki can answer is from Tuấn, what are the challenges for traditional companies in the banking sector faced by digital business like PayPal or Visa, and your personal view in this sector?
Oh, wow. So it seems like thank you for sending out the question. Seems like you're pretty excited about this fintech industry. So the biggest challenge the fintechs which are bringing for this traditional bank, taking the customers. So let's talk about this. What is company? The company is a group of people working together to create product and services for the customer, right? So these fintechs are coming into it and they are bringing that product and services more cheaper and more easily available. So a lot of customers are moving from traditional bank to fintech industry. Think about last 3, 4, 5 years, the amount of raise of fintechs. Let's say about Grab building up their fintech backbone on top of the user acquisition through mobile phone, and also that Grab taxi, and then Momo coming with a lot of free offer, and then Zalo Pay giving free movie tickets. So that's the way a lot of people started to use this fintech industry to start to put money into those fintech industry. So that is why a lot of banks are not become the transactional, because every transaction, financial transaction happens is where is the bank make profit. So a bank could stay in the middle of two transactions and get a leverage of that. So bank is traditionally not making one or two transactions. They're gonna make millions of transactions, and that's bring them the value. But now all those transactions are shared with the fintech. So this is where the bank is losing revenue by not having this percentage of those value of this revenue. Now the second one, where the second product bank make a lot of more money or profit is loan. So bank, when you go to the bank, you take the money from the bank and you take the loan, and you're paying a high interest back, 10, 12, 15% interest back to the banks. But now all those loan can be available now from different fintech companies. Let's say right now they open up a fintech company, people can loan each other with a significant amount of loan, or even there is some mobile app already coming to the market where you don't need to have a mortgage. You can mortgage your motorbike and car, and then you can take a loan into it too. So then bank feeling it competitive, taking out their thing. And then when you want to take a loan from a bank, you have to do a significant amount of compliance to get a loan. But those fintech company can giving up a loan with a lot cheaper. Even you think about FE credit, if you're talking about home credit, they are giving a significant amount of loan with a very, very high interest rate by taking high risk with no mortgage. And it's so easy, like you want to go there and you can take a loan in hours, and where the bank will take a loan, give you a loan, it's small loan even, or probably always rejected, or it will take a longer time. The third one is the credit business. So another big business bank is making money is by creating credit card. So you go, you buy credit card, you take a credit card and you keep buying your stuff, and then if you don't pay the credit card and you pay a high interest, which is almost 25 to 30% interest per month, you pay for the credit. So now those all credits are given by those fintech companies. The fintech companies are giving credits with lower interest rate because they have nothing to pay. Their operation cost is so low because everything on the cloud and running into it. So they can offer a lower credit interest and give credit to its consumers. So a lot of people are moving from traditional credit card, Visa credit card or MasterCard to that card that fintechs were offering. So then the bank becomes so vulnerable by showing it, sharing it, the customer with the fintechs. And I'm going to give you one statistics that I'm going to give you again, because I actually shared it before earlier in my talk, was in US, 30 to 40% market shares of bank are already been taken over by fintech companies. And in Vietnam, the statistic has not ever been published, but you can see that there's so much acquisition has already been happening. Think about the VNZ. They have Zalo and they have Zalo Pay, and the amount of people they have already integrated, migrated from one platform to another platform, and putting a lot of effort they're putting into it. But when you look at the banks, they're all like sitting like almost the same kind of offers. So a lot of customers are moving into that one too, and that will bring up fintech. But like I shared you earlier, what you are seeing in fintech, that's like just the starting. It's gonna go a lot more than that. It's gonna be a lot more evolving next 2-3 years because of the corona crisis. I told you that the transformation will be fastened. It's gonna work like a catalyst. It's gonna bring the more stronger transformations and in fintech and other people, the loan, because you can see that government is coming up with a big loan with a lower interest package to save the businesses. But so the fintech has the opportunity to also cash in and credit those businesses and let them survive. And what does that mean? They're acquiring more customers, so they're going to be more stronger and get more customer share. And bank and basically are kind of a very traditional and old model, and they cannot just do it by breaking their own compliance. So these are the big challenges into it. I like your questions. If you are thinking about being an entrepreneur on fintech, yeah, it's a great time to do it.
All right, thank you so much for your insights, Mr. Mr. Lau, would you like to add some thoughts on this question?
You mean the question about the
challenge, right?
Okay, I think that for the challenge, like I think it's not like a challenge because that's for like for currently now like the PayPal, Visa or whatever is just like a tool for the payment solution. So for the traditional company that it's not only about PayPal or Visa. It's still about how the way they use the digital business to serve and to improve their product. And for example, that in Vietnam, as myself said, it have the Yellow Pay, or now you have the Momo, or the Rap Pay. Those are the channel that will support for the traditional company, and like for not only for if you say that in the banking section, it's mostly about the payment solution, and for